Welcome to the BioPharma Business Intelligence Unit, where symbolic integrity meets strategic clarity. At BBIU, we go beyond the headlines to decode the structural forces behind global biopharma, AI, and economic realignment. If you value precision, verification, and symbolic depth, this channel is for you. Subscribe now to access our weekly briefings, dossiers, and intelligence reports, and consider joining our institutional tier to unlock early warning systems, custom metrics, and exclusive strategic insight. You're not just listening, you're entering the future of epistemic intelligence. www.BioPharmaBusinessIntelligenceUnit.com.
India's Russian oil dilemma between Trump's tariff pressure and Moscow's war revenues. Oct. 25th references BBC, Reuters, Politico, Associated Press, Times of India, Kepler data. Executive summary. On October 22, 2025, U.S. President Donald Trump reiterated that Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi had assured him India would drastically reduce imports of Russian crude. The claim, made during Diwali celebrations at the White House, was not officially confirmed by India. While Washington ties this commitment to ongoing trade talks, Indian officials remain silent, pointing to energy security needs and previous denials of such conversations. At the structural level, this episode highlights Washington's strategy to close Russia's energy revenue channels as leverage to end the Ukraine war. While India balances cheap oil needs with the risk of punitive tariffs, 50%, including a 25% penalty. The tension illustrates the global triangulation of energy, trade, and geopolitics, where India is both a swing buyer and a symbolic test of Trump's coercive diplomacy. Structural findings: energy leverage. India's imports are the hinge of Russia's export resilience. Trade diplomacy as weapon. Tariffs replace sanctions as enforcement, targeting India's industrial exports. Narrative versus reality. Trump's declarations project symbolic compliance, but data shows continued flows. Strategic ambiguity. India avoids open commitment, signaling dependence on energy security while buying negotiation time. War financing logic. Washington's ultimate aim is to close Russia's oil revenue stream and force an endgame in Ukraine. BBIU opinion. This episode confirms a shift from battlefield diplomacy to trade energy warfare. Trump's strategy is not rooted in Ukraine's battlefield dynamics, but in Russia's fiscal arteries. By turning India into a bargaining chip, the U.S. tests whether a middle power's survival needs can be bent through punitive tariffs and diplomatic framing. For India, this is less about Russia than about choosing between cheap energy and long-term access to U.S. markets. For Russia, survival hinges on keeping India as a buyer. For Washington, victory is symbolic as much as material, demonstrating that global South economies can be disciplined into alignment. The structural truth: closing Russia's oil revenues is the only lever Washington believes can accelerate a ceasefire. Moscow otherwise refuses. You've reached the end of the open section of this BBIU content. The complete analysis, with full data, structural frameworks, and extended annexes, is available exclusively to our subscribers. At BBIU, we believe the real value lies beyond headlines, in the depth of structural intelligence that helps leaders and organizations see further. If you want access to the complete archive and future reports, join us at BBIU and take part in the next level of analysis.